Brexit talks have so far failed to produce a deal despite the two sides being under a month away from ending the transition period, so should the transition period be extended. Talks were suspended last week with Boris Johnson and EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen holding a call on Saturday to discuss the state of play of negotiations. The two will again hold a call on Monday in order to reassess negotiations and potentially break the deadlock over a deal. However, with little time remaining to agree a deal, the potential for the transition period being extended becomes a very real possibility if they want to avoid a no-deal Brexit, as warned by Nigel Farage. In light of that scenario, Express is asking readers in our exclusive poll today, would you support an extension to transition period in order to secure deal? On Saturday, the Brexit Party leader issued his concern over the potential of a prolonged extension. He said, "I do hope that this lack of an agreement does not mean we are heading for an extension. After 4.5 years, Brexit voters won't tolerate that." Michel Barnier and Lord David Frost will meet again this week in a last-ditch attempt to resolve the areas of divergence. One UK source said ahead of those talks, "This is the final throw of the dice. There is a fair deal to be done that works for both sides, but this will only happen if the EU is willing to respect the fundamental principles of sovereignty and control." Talks were suspended this week following pressure from Emmanuel Macron over the issue of fisheries. French officials became concerned last week that Mr. Barnier was preparing to drop his red lines on fisheries in order to pursue a deal. Due to this, Mr. Macron warned the EU's negotiator he must remember his mandate to protect fisheries access for European fleets. In light of Mr. Macron's demand, it is believed Brussels' negotiator offered the UK a 10-year period whereby EU fleets would continue to have similar access and quotas shares as to what they have currently. Lord Frost will now travel with a team of negotiators this week in order to discuss fisheries, and the remaining areas of divergence, such as state aid and the dispute mechanism.